Thousands of fugitives are wanted across Maryland. Each day, warrant apprehension teams descend upon communities, risking their lives to take these violent criminals off the streets. In a Maryland's Most Wanted special, Alexa Ashwell takes us to the front lines, capturing an exclusive look at agents in action.
It's 5:30 in the morning. The sky is still dark. Agents with the Capital Area Regional Task Force are on the move. Behind the wheel is Deputy US Marshal Al Maresca, and over the radio, other members of the task force.
They're actually articulating specifically everyone's team assignments.
The team is on their way to Dundalk, a town in Baltimore County, and where investigators received information fugitive Michael Savoy has been hiding out. Savoy is accused of beating a man with a hammer and leaving him for dead following a road rage incident in Prince George's County.
He's a 43-year-old black male wanted for attempted murder.
Agents suit up and pull out. 6:11 a.m. Within minutes of surrounding the home, Savoy is handcuffed and taken into custody. The apprehension quick.
We had gotten information from Maryland State Police that he was residing in this area, and so we followed up the leads, and as you can see, we successfully took him into custody.
With Savoy in custody, agents are back on the road. 7:03. It's now daybreak. The task force has moved, gathering at an undisclosed location. Here, agents are briefed on the next fugitive.
Aggravated assault with a gun, discharging a firearm.
40-year-old Rayan Bartley is accused of opening fire on a man following an argument and is believed to be hiding out in a home in northeast Baltimore City. Agents have their assignments, load up, and head back out. 7:11 a.m. With weapons drawn, the task force surrounds the home, announcing their presence and ordering Bartley to surrender. But Bartley isn't coming out. Agents realize there are multiple people inside the home, adding more risk to the situation.
We operate in tense, uncertain, and rapidly evolving situations, and at a moment's notice, things can go violent.
The other occupants exit the home, but Bartley still inside. Agents move in through the front door. Outside, the task force maintains a perimeter. The U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland, Eric Barron, arrives on scene. Some of these operations at his request.
Our strategy has been focused, aggressive.
Finally, the fugitive surrenders. Bartley is escorted out of the home in handcuffs. Deputy Marshal Maresca on the arrest.
The suspect was hiding throughout the deep ends of the house. We knocked and announced, we made our presence known, and unfortunately,
we don't know who bring y'all in.
Everybody pretended like they didn't know what we were there for. We're bringing you your coat. Anything we can to de-escalate a situation that could potentially turn hostile, we do.
8:31 a.m. Agents are on to the next fugitive, Marche Cunningham, a 29-year-old mother wanted for child abuse.
We're actually going to go to her place of employment to make sure she's not physically there before we go to the residence.
Cunningham isn't at work. Agents will now move to her home in Fells Point. The historic district sits on the harbor and is one of Baltimore's most popular tourist destinations. 9:37 a.m. With guns drawn, agents surround Cunningham's home and say they can see the mother inside.
We saw you peeking out the window. You need to come to the front door with nothing in your hands. Do it now.
Agents enter the home. Cunningham surrenders and is placed in handcuffs and escorted into a police transport vehicle. How she'll be transported to central booking.
It's very important to us that we treat everybody with dignity and respect. But ultimately, when a fugitive refuses to come to the door and surrender, then we have to go in.
Agents are back on the road and riding through the city of Baltimore.
I got enough issues between my energy drinks. I don't need any other help getting to the grave.
It's been a busy but successful morning. But the next fugitive, potentially the most dangerous. Eric Morton has been on the run for more than 4.5 years. The 36-year-old is wanted for attempted murder and armed robbery following a violent home invasion that took place in Pennsylvania back in 2019. 10:40 a.m.
You might want to hurry up and get down there.
Agents move in, luckily catching Morton as he was preparing to walk out of his front door here in northwest Baltimore City. He's handcuffed and taken into custody. A violent fugitive on the run for years, captured.
In each of these cases, we've watched neighbors walk out, look, many of them surprised that someone accused of attempted murder, for example, has been living amongst them.
If people really realized the potential dangers at hand or could cause public alarm.
The Capital Area Regional Task Force is 4 for 4. Agents pack up and roll out. Today's operation is complete, but the work far from done. 11:28 a.m. Deputy Marshal Maresco returns to the federal courthouse. In his office, stacks of blue folders, cases, warrants for some of the most violent fugitives.
In the state of Maryland alone, there's still over 10,000 open arrest warrants. And so while this operation comes to a close, this is really just the beginning.
Until tomorrow, when agents are back on the front lines.
Over the last few years, Maryland's Most Wanted has helped capture at least 100 fugitives wanted for violent crimes. In many of those cases, the leads were tips from viewers. And for that, we thank you. I'm Alexa Ashwell, and this is Maryland's Most Wanted.